Waldo Stadium, Kalamazoo, Michigan. It is the home of the Western Michigan Broncos, and the fans have been eager for this showdown for a while. Today, two teams set to square off in a MAC slugfest. As we'll see, the Kent State Golden Flashes taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Western Michigan Broncos. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Broncos will get us underway with the opening kickoff. A rather underwhelming start as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made and the coach will take the penalty. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll go to Garcia. Nice pick up there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
When you go on the road, man, oh man, you love hearing the crowd. But more importantly, you love shutting the crowd up. There's no better feeling than coming out, getting that juice going, getting that confidence going, and getting that running game going right at them and gashing them right out the gates.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
They go to the ground. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there, third and long coming up.
Now that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And that pass picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. The 10. Touchdown, Broncos! How about that D coming up with a play like that?
Now, when you talk about coming out of the defense and setting the tone and letting them know it's going to be a long game, let's do this. How about a pick six on the first possession? Nice job by the defense coming out and striking first in this play.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. And that is not the optimal solution there. The kickoff out of bounds, and the offense will have a little bit easier time of things. First down here for the offense. Looking to move it through the air. Got his man quickly.
And these wide receivers work the middle of the field. So much of this is understanding where the holes are in this area, understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
And here comes the offense on second down. The give is to Garcia. Tackled after picking up the first down.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
After trying the running game on first down, they come to the line on second down. Out of the gun to give to the back. wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
And you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, as he counted, I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
On second down, he's looking downfield. Catch in the middle, it's McCray. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. You have a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
Pulled down after a pickup of 5. They'll mark it at the 8.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Out of the gun, the inside give. Knocked down after a gain of 1. They'll mark it at the 6.
Gain of 1. Third down coming.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. On third and short, they'll try to throw for it. Makes the grab. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2.
How nice is it in this offense to have a tight end like that guy that can come up with plays for you all over the field? We just saw the big third down catch. He set him up here in the red zone. I like going back to him, maybe lining him and flexing him outside.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Kent State.
Touchdown, Kent State. Number 30 with the carry.
Lining up for the PAT.
Here is on for the extra point.
Splits the uprights.
The kick is good.
They marched 58 yards for the touchdown on that one. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And he's coming out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15.
Will take over. First and 10.
Here comes the offense on first down. From the shotgun, the inside give. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
You got to fight fire with fire. You got to fight speed with speed. There's a receiver with the ball out in the open field trying to get the corner, but a cornerback with the same type of speed and athleticism able to make the tackle. Nice job.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Makes his connection.
This receiver is such a weapon. He has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
So on their first drive of the game, they're going to roll the dice a little bit and go for it on 4th down in their own territory. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own great field position.
It's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field possession. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll finally get him stopped at the
of the first quarter with the score tied at 7.
They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And the defense sold out to stop the run, and they do here on 1st down.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Around the corner, it's Thomas. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity of physicality and run game down here in the red zone.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Yeah, 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll try it from the right hash, and the angle shouldn't be too bad from this distance. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Toledo is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Bruce Gradkowski should never be counted out of any game. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Bowling Green. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He's brought down solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
Must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position. Work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
Line getting set on 2nd down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a 1st down.
It's hard to stop quick runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. What a good run there. He has enough for the 1st down.
Well, right away after picking up the 1st down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on 1st down. You're starting like that now. What opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9.
White, blue 22.
They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. And still a little ground covered. Pick up the 1st.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
Let's go.
It's 3rd down, and the line to gain is the 36. Dropping back, it's Wolf. Gets it out fast. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the 1st down. And the Broncos come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on first down. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Offense gets set for second down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Smashes through. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover.
All right, let's
They're
get it.
about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive.
White 53.
They keep attacking through the air. Unloads to the wideout. Fires into traffic, picked off. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
Blue 22 strong. Blue 22.
Trying to start the drive with a pass. Got a man, it's Garcia. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. After that last completion, it's second down. He's looking to throw. He's going for a big play downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down. The third down's coming up.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds, and just on to the next down.
And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
This is one of the top 10 offenses in the nation in getting first downs. To do that, you gotta have balance. You can't always throw for it on third down. You've got to be able to run it as well. And they've got a dude in the backfield who just knows how to move the chains.
Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. He's got a head of steam. Boy, he is hard to bring down.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slipped through his finger.
This quarterback really is going to have to be aware in this game of trying to find lanes to throw into these turnovers, because this D-line does a great job getting their hands in there.
Misfired on 1st down, back to the air on 2nd. Gets it out quickly. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the 1st down.
Very big expectations surrounding this guy coming into the season. He's delivered week in, week out. With that last catch, he's now got over 1,000 yards receiving on the year.
They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. They give him 96 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. And the golden flashes, lighted up with a 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, golden flashes. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the 2nd level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Western Michigan has it back as they send the offense onto the field. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seemed lost one deep down the right side. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on 1st down. 2nd down coming up. To the Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
This defense is heating up. They got an interception in the last possession. You can tell breaking on the football really, really well. Seeing where the quarterback's throwing it, going to try to get it. Got another hand on it. Almost had another interception.
It's complete on the right side. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
Fourth down. Number 35 on to kick it away.
He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away.
Set to kick it away.
Oh, he's going to go for the return. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out in the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Western Michigan offense ready to go back to work. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football ball out of this group.
I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Wolf. Quickly to the tight end. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 for the first down.
That's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
They're looking for an advantage to the right. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
He's looking for a man on 2nd down. He's got the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. What that means is keeping 3rd downs management. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. They've got the screen set up. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage before he was stopped, but using the running back in the short passing game gives him a first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We've talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
It's complete to the right. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And I think you're seeing these guys in every offense now. These littler guys that they're so quick, it's hard to get a hand on them. You run crisp routes. You can throw it short, you can throw it long, but they're just big-time playmakers. You've definitely seen an emphasis shift towards smaller wide receivers with some serious skill.
The Broncos have it with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. He rifles one deep down the right side. Bulldozes his way through. Touchdown, Western Michigan. He broke away from the defense and then he couldn't catch it. The field position was bad. The finish was great. Great way to answer that poor field position.
Poor field position position, no problem. How about it? Great job by the offensive coordinator. This offense getting in a good rhythm early, even backed up, even in a predictable situation. Great job coming out.
Western Michigan, 13.
About to kick it away after scoring a touchdown.
Set to kick this one away.
From inside the 15, here comes the return. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28.
First and 10.
Let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done just plowing down the field. Still on his feet at the 45. And he picks up the first down, and he does it. I'm not going to say spin move. That was a pirouette. It was elegant. It was beautiful. They had hoped to come up with explosive plays, and they used one there to set him up inside the 30, first and 10. They'll make the stop, and he gets 4 on the play. Ball's at the 25.
When you're a defense, you're going to stop the run first. That's your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Incomplete and very lucky. That one wasn't picked off, and man, could they have used that? It'll be second down.
Ooh, quarterback lucky that one wasn't picked. You got to be really careful down here in the red zone because these windows are small and defenders close on the ball. That one should have been an INT.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up in the 28.
And those outside linebackers nowadays are so fast. They got to cover ground. You can blitz them off the edge, and they can get after quarterbacks. First of all, that's why they're getting drafted so high in the NFL and getting paid all that money.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. And after putting an earlier field goal up, they'll try it again, this time a 45-yarder. Between the uprights, it's good. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. We're about to get another look at this Western Michigan offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Fires to the tight end. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get up the field, and tree off some extra yards.
Yeah, no mystery there. Third down, just let the quarterback keep it himself. How about the push up front by the offensive line to help get that first?
From the gun, running back on the move. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Kent State 20, Western Michigan 13.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Looking for a man. It's Wolf. Fires to the big fella. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable. Really putting this offense in a good...
And it's caught inside the 25. That is just a gargantuan whiz. He has it all the way down to the 12.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Looking for space. It's Buckley. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That's a great individual play, and I love quarterbacks that can just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of it.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of...
Fires and picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
On first down from their own 22. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's out past the 35. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
How many ways can I get it to my guys who can fly, who are playmakers, and let them make big plays? This is another one you've seen. Catch the football, flip it ahead really quickly, get it to a burner, going full speed across the formation. He gets the edge, makes the big play.
They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
When the offense can run the football and you can feature a guy like this that will get more yards than his block, that you can really depend on, hangs on to the football, like it makes offense super easy, especially down the stretch when you want to eat that clock.
Just steamrolling the defense. And how does he keep running? I'd be dizzy after a spin move like that.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop. And if it's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
They'll run it on first and goal. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Second and goal for the offense. Trying to pound their way in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Kansas! push that lead out. A really good opportunity to get back in the win column.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Kick this one away.
He'll call for the fair catch here. Michigan has it back as they send the offense onto the field. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get. He lofts one down the sideline. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down. It's great for this quarterback to take shots down the field, but you just don't want it to feel like a give up or a chuck it up and hope kind of. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Well, the problem for this offense now late in the game, trailing by a bunch of points, is that the defense knows they're going to throw the football. And right now, offensively, they cannot protect the edge. You saw the speed.
Gonna take a shot. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
And now such a tough situation. Late in this game, you're trailing, but now it's fourth and long. Like, it's one thing if it's fourth and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something dialed up you feel really great about.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. Coming after him. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
And that just about does it. That about puts this thing to bed. The offense, listen, they had to go for it, but now defense, this is the situation where you say, I'm just going to eat clock, up by several possessions, eat clock, get out of here with the W.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff to teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game, you want to stay in the field to play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to the ground with the running back. And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that.
Well, you know if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back, man. He has been a scoring machine all season long. He just finds his way into the end zone, and this is a golden opportunity to put 6 up on the board with that guy.
Touchdown, golden fashion! And they take it in for 6 more points. They push out that lead a bit and draw much closer to a win here in Week 9.
Nice job on the route and catch by the tight end scoring that touchdown. And it doesn't matter what play this offense calls. All game long, everything has been working. This has been a master class in offensive productivity.
Fair catch called for and made. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. This attack so lethal with that big play capability. Now 1st and 10 from the 29. A shot toward the end zone. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
This guy's been so much fun to watch all year long. Every single week he's making defenders look silly trying to tackle him with that last play. Now over 1,000 yards rushing on the season.
We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There were some matchups on the field they thought they could exploit. We saw that happen.
No doubt. Good job by this coaching staff, understanding who's out there to make plays, feeding them the football, offense, defense, special teams, all working together to get the